Hey, what's going on, folks? It's me. Fired up tonight, people. Wanted to talk about fish real quick. I just got back from the auction not too long ago, and I picked up some more rainbows that I've been looking for a while to add to this tank. And you all know I'm a rainbow guy. I love rainbows. I think they're a great fish for planted tanks, especially your bigger planted tanks. I prefer rainbows over cichlids. A lot of freshwater fish I prefer rainbows over. And I love these reds. They're one of my favorites. I mean, look at these things. Sick. And of course, Bozeman. And you know, with these bigger rainbows, I mean, there's smaller rainbows too. There are like dwarf rainbows, there's praecox rainbows, and there's some smaller dwarf species of rainbows that will do well in smaller tanks. But if you want to, you know, keep these bigger rainbows, like some of these big Irene reds, or maybe, you know, some of these big Madagascar rainbows, you're going to need a tank that's at least 48 inches, in my opinion. They like to swim around a lot. They like to get up to full speed and everything. And they like a lot of current, you know, like a river. So you want to give them a lot of current as well. And the reason why I want to talk about the rainbows now, because of course at the auction I'm going to pick something up. We got to donate a bunch of plants, but I'm also going to pick something up for myself. And they're small. They're just babies. They're about an inch, and they're Goiter River rainbows. And you can see that's the male right there that I'm kind of focusing on. And he's not colored up or nothing. If you guys are interested, you know, Google it, Goiter River rainbows, and trust me, they're wick. So you guys will see them grow in this tank and color up and start looking wick. This is a female Madagascar right there, and then that's the male. He's Higgins, guys. That male is about 5 inches. I mean, he is Higgins. Same with these Irene reds. I don't know how big they look on camera, but they're at least 5 inches from tail to nose. They're fine. And look how dumb looking they are. I just agree with how dumb looking they are, because I like how their face is like all smashed and they got those giant eyes. I just agree with how dumb looking they look. So, and that guy too. Always good to have a bunch of algae eaters in your tank, people. Remember, I told you that. I mean, this all rainbows in here, short of the Denison barbs. Some people call them torpedo barbs, roseline sharks. I call them Denison barbs. And these Denison barbs, like this one right here, is a full-blown Higgins. He's at least 5 inches. Higgins. Nice and colored, nice male Denison's barb. This is a male too. And he's a little bit smaller than the other one, but he's probably 4.5 inches. Pure Higgins. And most of these fish are like 2 years old. And the one drawback that I found is I'm a guy who doesn't like to run lids. Like, as you can see, I'm lidless right now. I don't like to run lids when my lights are full blown. I just don't like to do it because I think it you know, it takes down on my light penetration and the brightness and everything. I just don't like to run lids when my lights are on. But with these rainbows, I mean, I swear to God, as soon as I turn the lights off and the moonlights come on, boom, they start getting all giddy, all fired up, and they start jumping violently. And I've lost about 4 wicked Higgins rainbows jumping out of my tank. I've lost 2 Bozeman's, and I lost a Madagascar, and maybe that's it, but at least 3 have jumped out of my tank. So now, you know, I put on these lids. I put on the lids at night, because during the day I don't really, you know, when the lights are on, they really don't jump. I can even feed them floating food and they won't jump. But as soon as the lights go out, they jump. So if you're going to run rainbows, make sure you put something on there where they're not jumping out, because there's nothing worse than waking up in the morning and walking out to your tank and seeing a piece of 5-inch beef jerky laying on the floor that used to be your wicked fish. So keep that in mind and remember where you heard that. And yeah, guys, that's all I got for you. Not going to take up too much more of your time. Take a gander at this. Another auction score. Got a softball size of wick frog spawn for the new reef. I gotta tell you guys, the reef is kicking a bunch of serious tail right now. It's a tail kicker with the new light and everything, starting to rebuild. The reef is a tail kicker, so remember where you heard that. That's it, guys. J Flesh Tanks, Mr. Mom Tanks. Having a lot of fun, guys. Enjoy your fish tanks. I know I do. Peace.